Hi, today's lesson is about how to create a spreadsheet easily that looks great. So the very first thing that I want to do is change my viewing size, and I always like to keep it at 200%. It's so much easier to work. So for this example, do you drink soda? Line 1 is always your title. Line 2 should be your name. And then line 3 is your team information. So if you're on team 1, 2, or 3, you would put that information in there. Cell A4 should be blank. I always include column titles as well as row titles. Record your information, your stats, and then of course we put in a formula. So I always use my auto formula button, and you can see that this is going to add those two numbers together. That gets me started. So now it's time to enhance it. I drag across, I select over to column D, and I press the merge and center button. I do the same thing for my name as well as my team information. I take those 3 lines and I pour some paint. While I'm there, I might as well use my border button as well. Now my border button seems to be missing, so what I can do is as I stretch my screen, my border button reappears, and I want the outside border on that one. Yes, no, and total, I would like to center those and bold them. Same thing with number of students, but I just want to bold that. You can see my S is getting cut off, so I need to resize my first column just a little bit. The final piece is to put the borders all around. Next, I want to create a chart. It's really easy. I always start with cell A4. I always leave cell A4 blank. I will select my title, my column titles as well as my row title, and then the only thing left that I need to do is just take it down to the data. Go over to your charts tab, and this one lends itself nicely to a pie chart. I can resize it, change my title because that doesn't make sense. And that looks also a little big, so I want to decrease the font size, just like that. I also want to add some data labels. So on my chart layout tab, here are the data labels button. This legend is a little disconnected, so I'm going to pull it over. And I also think maybe these slices aren't the color that I really want them, so I can always change the color. And maybe I like to make that one maybe the dark green. Or maybe I would prefer just a totally different color, and maybe it should be purple. Okay, well that looks pretty good. So if I needed to resize this, I could, because this is just like a piece of clip art. And I can pull it around and make it look great. And this concludes how to create a spreadsheet and chart.